This is the Revolutionary News, produced on Friday, February 27, 1776. I'm Allison Ingersoll in the New York Bureau, reporting the news from around the colonies. This is day 314 since the first shots were fired at Lexington in Concord, Massachusetts. In a sharp, decisive, and brief engagement this morning, about 1,000 provincial forces of North Carolina dealt a crushing blow to organized Loyalists seeking to join British troops upon the coast. The clash at Moores Creek Bridge ended in victory for the Patriot cause. At dawn, nearly 1,600 Loyalists, many of them Highland Scots newly arrived in the colony, advanced under the command of Brigadier General Donald MacDonald, with Lieutenant Colonel Donald McLeod in field command of the 1st Battalion of the 84th Regiment of Foot. Their aim was to cross the narrow bridge spanning Moores Creek and march toward Wilmington, where they hoped to unite with British regulars expected offshore. Forewarned of the approach, Patriot militia under Colonels Richard Caswell, age 46, and Alexander Lillington, age 55, had fortified the eastern bank. In the night, they removed planks from the bridge and greased the remaining timbers, leaving a treacherous crossing over the dark waters below. McLeod led the Loyalists in an initial charge at first light and, over the sound of bagpipes, yelled, "King George and broadswords!" The Loyalists met a sudden and devastating volley of musket and cannon fire. Colonel McLeod fell mortally wounded at the bridge's edge. Confusion seized the attackers. Many slipped from the slick beams into the creek, while others scattered in disorder. Within minutes, the assault collapsed. The Patriots captured some 850 prisoners, along with arms, broadswords, and a considerable treasury reportedly intended to finance Loyalist operations. General MacDonald himself was taken soon after. This triumph quashes the Loyalist military presence in North Carolina. Observers note that the victory may hasten movements toward independence, demonstrating that provincial forces can defeat organized Loyalist arms without aid from the Continental Army. As our second story, John Adams, the Massachusetts delegate to the 2nd Congressional Congress, this week urgently pressed the colonies to produce saltpeter and erect gunpowder mills, declaring that liberty cannot be secured without a steady domestic supply of powder. Our third story takes us to the colony of Virginia, where this week 39-year-old Carter Braxton was appointed to serve as its delegate in the 2nd Continental Congress, succeeding the late Peyton Randolph. Mr. Randolph, remembered as the esteemed president of the 1st Continental Congress, enjoyed uncommon respect for his moderation, dignity, and devotion to colonial rights. Mr. Braxton, born into a prominent Virginia family that has benefited from trade with Britain, now assumes the weighty charge at a time when the United Colonies deliberate measures of the highest consequence. Our fourth story references a letter that General George Washington wrote this week to Governor Nicholas Cook of Rhode Island concerning a certain Prussian officer styling himself Baron de Woodkey, who has offered his military talents to the American cause. His Excellency, ever cautious in the appointment of foreign adventurers, is said to have requested assurances of the Baron's character and experience before granting him rank or command within the Continental Service. And, saving the best story for last, we wish General Washington a very happy 44th birthday, which was on February 22nd. So there you have it. The news of the week ended February 27th, 1776. Subscribe for free to this YouTube channel and follow the revolution. See you next Friday.